Dan Silver. I'm here at beautiful Charlestown for the 13th Charlestown Classic. It's going to be a great night of racing here between two trash cans. I found this guy in a tie. Who are you, sir?
Paul Espinosa. I'm actually a track announcer.
Paul, wow, I stumbled into Paul Espinosa, the track announcer. Now, Paul, how many Charlestown Classics have you done?
Called 5 classics. This will be number 6.
It's a lot of classics, almost half of them. You're going to be at half, I guess, next year. I'm not that good with math, but I think that's right.
I'll have to check, but yeah, I do think that checks out.
So there's a full field tonight in the Charlestown Classic, Paul. You're going to be calling the race. Who do you think's going to win the race?
I like Warrior's Charge. I think that as long as he breaks okay, he's been breaking a little bit slow his last couple races. I think with a good forward position, I think it'll be tough for Brad Cox and Florent Giroux.
So for a big race like this, do you practice, if you look through each of the horses and kind of think to yourself, okay, if this horse wins, here's what my call might be?
You give some thought to it. You don't want to be too contrived or try to force things too much. I like to try to be prepared though for try to think out as many different possibilities. But one thing I have found is that your job is to call the race as it's happening. It's not really to call what you think is going to happen. You got to call it as you see it, and so you just hope that it turns out all right at the end.
Maybe throw in an Ultimate Warrior if he ends up winning. You could think about that. I will definitely maybe do a flex. You're not going to be on camera, but you could think about it.
I could definitely think about it.
So now, more importantly, we've got some other interviews coming up. Eric Zimney, Larry Colmus. If you three guys were to run around the track, you, Larry, and Eric, one lap around the track, who would win?
Well, I know it wouldn't be me because I would probably need an ambulance. Since the pandemic, my caloric intake has probably rivaled some of the horses that have been running. So, not feeling.
You look great. I mean, he looks great, but okay.
Relatively speaking, but yeah, I would say probably Larry. Probably Larry. I feel like he's got a little bit of an aerodynamic edge.
Okay.
To me and Eric.
Now, more importantly, if you three were running around the track and the other two guys stumbled, would you turn around and help them, or would you keep running around the track to get the bragging rights?
Boy, they're just not very helpable guys. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I'm probably going to keep going. I am pretty competitive. Just a matter of the mind is willing. I don't know if the body would be able.
Okay. And the last question: if GQ was here doing a shoot and they saw you, Larry, and Eric, who do you think they'd pick to be their cover guy?
Not me. Again, everybody that sees me night in, night out knows that this is just kind of a 1 or 2 night a year thing. Most of the time, I'm dressed like a regular announcer. So typically, I'd say that announcers don't end up having that much fashion sense. So the edge would probably by default go to Eric.
Okay. He said his boss, which is probably the smart thing to do. With that beard, I'm thinking it might be you. So
the jawline would need to be a little bit more defined, a little less doughy, I think. But
we'll see. Well, Paul Espinosa, the track announcer here at Charlestown, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks for having me.